Hi, in this lesson, we are going to be exploring the concept of government as an institution of the state. When the government is called an institution of the state, what does it mean? Does it mean a big building owned by the state? Well, let's find out. First of all, we have to define what a state is to help us understand what government as an institution of the state is. Now, a state can simply be defined as a geographical space or territory with a definite population, a government, and borders with sovereignty. A state is a synonym for country. This is not to be confused with a state as a subordinate unit of a federal system. Now, follow through as we break down this definition. The first feature of a state is landmass or geographical space. Each state or country occupies a particular area of the Earth's surface. This means they have a physical address, and that physical address has boundaries. Now, the boundaries mean that this state or country does not extend into another area occupied by another country. The next feature of a state is the population. Population simply means all the inhabitants of a place. There is no country without people. People decide to form a state. People live in a state, and people decide who governs a state. It takes people living in a particular space to form a state. Every state must have a population. Great. Now we move to another term in the definition of a state, which is government. What is a government? Government can be defined as a system set up to make and enforce rules that guide a society. It is the machinery through which the state fulfills its obligations to the citizens. This is what we mean when we say that the government is an institution of the state. Without the government, the state is just a society. It is the government that makes laws, executes the made laws, and enforces justice through the executive, legislature, and the judiciary. Confused? Calm. We will discuss that in subsequent lessons. Finally, in the definition of a state, we have sovereignty. Sovereignty is the ability of a state to govern itself without external interference. When we say a state or a person is sovereign, what we mean is that the person or state has supreme legal authority over their own affairs. They do not need the approval of another country or person to make decisions that affect them. For example, South Africa does not need the approval of Nigeria to make decisions that concern their citizens. The same is applied to Nigeria. This is because they are sovereign states. From our lesson so far, you can define a state to mean a group of people who live in a particular place with boundaries and have a government to regulate their affairs without external influence. That was clear, right? Great. With this, you know what a state is, and you can define government as an institution of the state. See you in another lesson, my friend, as we discuss further on other definitions of government. Bye.